Much is said about not touching the muck, trusting the muck. Don't let anybody mess with your muck. So, we're going to do a little test today. We're going to do one. It's not touched at all the entire time that it's sitting there. And another bowl that is messed with every 30 minutes to an hour the entire time it's sitting there. We're going to make some simple spirals, go from there. As always, 100% cotton t-shirts that have been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun out in the washing machine until they're just damp. Alright, that's what we have. Now we just need a second one. Cool. Off to dye. Alright, for this I'm using Robin's Egg Blue, Bluebird, Lemon Yellow, Oxblood Red, and Timberwolf. Those are all from Dharma. And then I'm using Custom Colors Orange MX2R. So I figured that way I'm incorporating some really light colors and some pretty dark colors. And then the Bluebird, which of course is going to try to take over. So I figure all of that combined, we should be able to see some good differences. I'm going to let this sit and melt through, then add some soda ash and do another round of ice. It's going to be in a different room, so I may not show those things happening, but those things will be happening. I'm going to randomly pick one when I put it out there, and that's the one I'm going to mess with. Alright, it's been 24 hours. This is the one that was not messed with. So, pull this out, rinse this out. And I'm going to cut the tag on the other one that was stirred around throughout. I'll go throw that in the wash. And then the one that's been tortured, throw out. Do I think there's going to be a difference between these two? I don't think it's as significant as people think it is. So, everybody can say, "You're wrong," when it shows different, but here's the tag. I'm going to notch the tag just slightly, like that, visible, so that we can differentiate between the two. Alright, here's the second one. I'm going to throw this in the wash, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, here is the first one, and this is the one that's set undisturbed the entire time. And here's the second one that was disturbed continually in the process. You can see the cut tag. And here we go, both together. There's very little difference here. I mean, there's some extra white in here, but that could have been, it just wasn't as tight on this one, and same thing here. Otherwise, the only things that I've seen is like this is more pure, where this is not due to the muck infiltration, especially with the combination, but that could also be just how the ice melted. I mean, overall, there is very little difference. Just glancing at it, this one definitely looks brighter, but such a minor amount. And that could have just been due to variation in the dye, really. I mean, the reason I did yellow was to make sure you'd be able to see any oddities that occurred, because the yellow would almost always pick up on it. And there's more of the brown in here than there is in this. This is, again, more true colors than what this is. They're just slightly off. But overall, I don't think it's that big of a deal if you move the muck around periodically. I'm not saying shake the containers all around in the process, but if you happen to kick it or move it or something, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. And I was violently shaking this one, I mean, all over around, swirling it around for several minutes at a time, trying to make something happen on this one. And it didn't seem to happen. So, what are your thoughts? What are your experiences if you've accidentally moved the muck? Do you think that it actually disturbed it? Maybe if the design is more of a precise wigwag type of thing, I'm sure that would probably upset it a bit. Now, I would argue if you tip the ice at the wrong time, you're going to have a worse outcome than if the muck itself gets disturbed. So what do you think? Let me know down below. If there's something else you want me to test, let me know that. I'll put it on the list. And until next time, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time.